Hi everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at the sine law. Now remember the primary trigonomic ratios that we worked on in the previous video, sine, cos, and tan, work really well if you are trying to solve a right angle triangle. If you are trying to solve a triangle that does not have a right angle though, you would have to either use the sine law or the cosine law, which is what we're going to be looking at in our next video. So let's start by talking about what the sine law is. If we look at a non-right angle triangle, and I'm going to label this as triangle ABC, remember that the sides are equal to the lowercase letters. So the side opposite angle A will be lowercase a, the side opposite angle B will be lowercase b, and the side opposite angle C will be lowercase c. Now, sine law works with opposite side, opposite angle pairs. So angle A matches with side A, angle B matches with side B, and angle C matches with side C. So if we look at how our formula looks, we have a formula to find an angle, and that formula is sine of A divided by side A is equal to sine of B divided by side B, which is equal to sine of C divided by side C. If we were to use this to find a side, we would put the sides on top of this formula. So A divided by sine A is equal to B divided by sine B, which is equal to C divided by sine C. So just remember, what you want to find needs to be on the top of your fraction. If you want to find an angle, we do angles on top. If you want to find a side, we do sides on top. So let's take a look at how this looks in practice with our first question. In our first example, we have triangle PQR, and we are trying to find side R. So the way sine law works is using opposite sides, opposite angle pairs. So right now we have angle P as well as side P, and we have the angle R, and we're trying to find the side R. So how this will work is we can say that R divided by sine of capital R is equal to P divided by sine of capital P. What this means is R, what we're trying to find, divided by sine of 57 degrees is equal to P, which is 8, the side P, divided by sine of 67 degrees. Now to get R by itself, we're going to multiply both sides by sine of 57, meaning that R would be equal to 8 divided by sine of 67 multiplied by sine of 57. Now this we can put straight into our calculators. Remember, entering this into your calculator, you might want to enter a lot of brackets with this. So 8 divided by bracket sine of 67 degrees bracket multiplied by bracket sine of 57 degrees. Also, since this is in degrees, you want to make sure that your calculator is in degrees as well. So when I do this, I get an R of approximately 7.29, which is what our missing side is equal to. Let's look at a question where we have to find an angle. So in this one, again, we're trying to match opposite sides, opposite angles. So we know that angle B is 80, and we have side B. We know that side A is equal to 16, and we're looking for angle A. So in this case, we're going to put our angles on top. We get sine of A divided by side of A is equal to sine of B divided by side B. Plugging everything in, we get sine of A divided by 16 is equal to sine of 80 divided by 18. So first, let's get sine A by itself. And we're going to do that just by multiplying both sides by 16. So sine of 80 degrees over 18 multiplied by 16. And then to solve for A, we are going to take the inverse of sine of both sides. So A would be equal to arc sine, or sine -1, 16 sine of 80 divided by 18. So again, I recommend putting this into your calculator all at once. So usually it's shift and then sine. And then we're going to use lots of brackets here. So we're going to go bracket 16 times bracket sine of 80 degrees, bracket, divided by 18, bracket. And that should give you your answer. So I'm getting A equal to approximately 61.1 degree.